everyone, welcome to Pep Coding. So the question that we are going to solve is called print maze paths with jumps. So first let us understand the question and then we'll head over to the solution. So over here we have been given an array, and in the array I am given the number of rows and the number of columns. Let us assume I am taking the number of rows to be 3 and number of columns also to be 3. So I am told that I am standing at the top left corner of this array and I have to reach the bottom right corner. Now we are told that we can take horizontal, vertical or diagonal moves. We can decide the number of moves, whether it is 1 or 2 or more than that. Similarly for vertical as well as for diagonal. Obviously we have to make sure that we do not exit the array. That is, in this case we can only take at most 2 horizontal steps. We can only take at most 2 vertical steps and at most 2 diagonal steps. So we have to make sure that the number of steps which we take, whether for horizontal, vertical or diagonal, do not exceed the limit of the array. That is, it should not let us exit the array. Okay. So now what we are saying is that I am standing over here. I have to reach to the bottom right corner. I have to print all the ways in which, all the paths in which I will reach the bottom right. So one would be to take H1, H1, V1, V1, right? One could be to take H1, V1, H1, V1. One could be to take H2, V2, right? We could take D1, D2 or directly D2. So we have a lot of methods through which we can reach the end position, that is the bottom right position. And we have to print all the methods through which we will reach this position. So first let us try to understand what we are doing. I'll assume that I am standing at the position 1, 1. Okay. So if I'm standing at 1, 1, my path is empty right now. So over here I can take horizontal move. One horizontal move, I'll reach 1, 2 and I'll get H1. I can take two horizontal moves as well. So I'll reach 1, 3 and this will be H2. After this I cannot take another horizontal move, so that is not in the question. Now if I have first vertical move, I'll reach over here 2, 1, right? And we have V1. We can take two vertical moves. I'll reach here, that is 3, 1, V1. I can take diagonal moves. If I take one diagonal move, I'll reach over here 2, 2 and I'll have D1. Then I'll take two diagonal moves. I'll reach the final position 3, 3, D2, and this will be one of my answers. Right? From H1, again, if I take one horizontal move, I was over here, I'll reach over here, I'll reach 1, 3, I'll take H1, H1. Now I cannot take H2 from here, out of question. I can take V1. So I'll take V1. I'll reach 2, 2 and I'll have H1, V1. I can take V2. So if I take V2, I'll reach 3, 2 and H1, V2. I can also take a diagonal move. So I'll reach over here if I take D1. If I take D1, I'll reach 2, 3, right? I'll reach 2, 3 and it will be H1, D1. So like this, I have a lot of moves and this recursion tree will go for a long length. So I'm not going to complete this, but I'm going to suggest that you should complete all the questions till now in a sequence. If you've entered the solution video of this question directly, I think you'll have a little trouble. So I'll suggest you to move in a sequence, and if you have been moving in a sequence, then you will not have a lot of trouble with this question. Also, the prerequisites of this question would be to solve get maze path with jumps, and the question print subsequence. So get maze path with jumps will help you to understand what the question is asking us to do, and in that we used array list. The change is that we are using the logic of print subsequence because it allows us to directly print the path instead of using the array list. So these two questions will act as prerequisites. Also, this question acts as a combination of the two questions which we've done previously, that is print maze path and print stair path with jumps. So I hope you understood the question. Now let us try to solve this using the compiler. So over here we have a scanner. We'll take the number of rows and we'll take the number of columns. Okay. Now we'll take the function. So we have to call the function. Over here we get source row 0, source column 0, destination row bottom right. So n minus 1 and n minus 1. And the path so far is empty. Now when we enter the function, so we have to work for horizontal, vertical as well as for diagonal. So, and we discussed that the number of paths could start from 1 and range till the maximum which we can take. So we start from 1, right? So we have int, let's take this as jumps. We can start from 1, right? Now, if I have an array, right? And over here I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3. So I can, how many jumps can I take at most? Over here I can take either 1 or 2 jumps, right? So this is equal to destination column, that is the maximum number of column which I have, and the source column, and we'll subtract those. In this case 3 minus 1, it's giving us 2, so maximum number of jumps can give us 2. When we are moving vertically, that is we are moving along the rows, so we will take destination row minus source row. So in this case it will be 3 minus 1, it will be 2. So we have to specify the maximum number of jumps which we can take. So the number of jumps will be less than and equal to destination column minus source column when we are moving horizontally, and we'll keep on increasing the number of jumps. Okay. So now we are moving horizontally. So when we are moving horizontally, we'll call the function for horizontal moves. So row will remain as it is. To the column I'll add the number of jumps, and we'll not make any changes to destination row and destination column. And to the path. Now to the path I have to add two things. That is, first is horizontal and then the number of jumps which I took. So it will be like this. Yeah. Similarly, we'll work for vertical as well. So over here, I'll have, now this is working for rows. Over here I have, we'll add 2 rows this time, right? So here I have SR plus jumps, and this becomes vertical. Now diagonal becomes a little tricky. Why? Let's see. When we are working with diagonals, we need to see how we move, right? So for diagonals, we have to be allowed both by the row as well as the column. So if I'm working from this point, I can take one diagonal jump, right? source also allows, row also allows me, column also allows me. But I cannot take two jumps. Row will allow me to take two jumps, right? Because if I take two jumps, I have this, right? I have this space. So I can go over here, but I will exceed the number of columns, right? So if I go from here, if I take two jumps, and if I am going horizontally, that is I'm using the columns, I can do that. But if I'm going vertically, I'll exceed the row and I'll exit the array. So this will give me the wrong answer. Similarly, if I'm moving from this spot over here, I can take one jump, right? But I cannot take two jumps. Why? Because here I will not exceed, but I will exit the column from this side. We do not have a fourth column, right? So we have to make sure that for diagonals, I have to check for rows, also for columns. I have to check for both of these. Now let us work for the diagonals. Before that, I'll rub this off. Okay. So over here, we will take two conditions. That is, jumps should also be less than equal to dr minus sr. Okay. Now I have to make changes in row and column also. Since I'm checking for both of these, row as well as column, I have to make changes in both of these also. So I'll make changes, and over here I'll print D. That is for diagonal. So we are done with horizontal, vertical as well as for diagonal. Now, if I reach my final position, that is if source row becomes equal to destination row and source column becomes equal to destination column. In this case, what I'll do is I'll print the path and I'll return. So this is how we do the question. Let us try to run this program and we will see. Okay, so now we are going to submit this. And we got the correct answer. So we discussed print maze path with jumps, and I hope you understood the question as well as the solution for it. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel.